I can't believe I got in this place. Hey everybody, it's Sleeve, and for this supermarket checkout video, we are at Sunrise Kitchen's ShopRite in Parsippany, New Jersey. This store was built in the 1990s as a replacement to an older store, which later became a Bed Bath & Beyond. And this is the sister store to the Japanese pagoda-themed ShopRite of West Caldwell, New Jersey. However, this store is a lot less Japanese and a lot more American, as we'll see as we walk inside the building. By the way, speaking of West Caldwell, I've recently returned to that ShopRite, of course with my more advanced camera equipment, and I just recorded a new video there, which is coming soon, so stay tuned. Also, I couldn't help but notice the ShopRite signage on the front of the store was the older logo, which has since been replaced during the 2000s with a script logo that you see on many ShopRite stores. However, much like the hyphenated ShopRite at the West Caldwell store, Sunrise has elected to retain the older logo. Even the older ShopRite globe there on the door as we walked in. However, there is not much of the old style ShopRite on the inside. They just recently remodeled the store back around 2022 or 23. And so the store is a lot more modern. In fact, some of the design cues kind of remind me of what I've seen at different village ShopRites I've been in. This store is around 90,000 square feet, and Sunrise has expanded into neighboring storefronts, as you can see over to my left, where the produce and also the liquor store is located. And at this point, it's obvious that I need to take a little pause, so stay tuned. Okay, we're done there. And I must say, I like the new decor here. It's modern without being bleak, no boring gray here, folks. And I like how well stocked and clean the store looks. I like the selection here, especially here in produce. Amazing how much you can find here. Now, I'm not going to venture into the liquor store because I do not partake. And speaking of vices, you all know mine. So without further ado, as many a YouTuber has said, we are on our way to the in-store bakery.
Yes.
And as we make our way through all the service departments here, we have the deli with sandwiches, hoagies, what have you. We have a little cheese counter, some hot to go and salads and whatnot. Honestly, whatever you were looking for, you can find it. And there's even a nice little snack shop in-store dining area, which I thought was a nice touch. But folks, I'm on a one-track mind here. This is a ShopRite, so it's time to try the donuts. And what donut do I try? Well, I look around, there's so many tempting choices for me. But I can only take one, so what do I find? Oh, right there at the bottom. Right? Yeah, that's a peanut butter frosted donut, isn't it? Well, Yep, a peanut butter frosted jelly donut. Now, was there a peanut butter frosted donut that I've had before? That's right, it offers at Kessel Hill. And what did I say after trying that donut? Honestly, I have a crazy idea. If this was a jelly-filled donut with the peanut butter icing, wow, that would be amazing. I mean, this is good, but it's just missing the mark. It's just a peanut butter frosted with jelly filled. Someone's got to do that. Whoever does that, you will have my ultimate amazement. So will I be amazed? I guess you'll have to stay tuned for the end of this video to find out. In the meantime, just touring the store itself here. I believe that the floor tile is remnants, the checkerboard tile at least, was remnants from the previous decor package, and the green paint there, the ceiling drop, if you will, also looks like came from the previous decor. And I'm guessing that green was one of their colors, as I noticed at the West Caldwell store as well. Now, whereas the West Caldwell store is very small, and in some places in the store you feel really cramped, this store here in Parsippany is just humongous. And it uses the space to its advantage. There are so many shelves, so well stocked, so much product on the floor. Honestly, if you couldn't find it, it probably did not exist. This place was very well stocked. And I must say that if I lived in the area, this would be the store I'd be shopping at. Honestly, everything you could possibly be looking for. And there's plenty of room to get around. Honestly, this was an amazing store. And perhaps the replacement to the West Caldwell store will be much like this. I did see when I went to West Caldwell the other day that they have the new store pretty much framed out and ready for the brickwork, and it's got power, so lights are on and everything. And so perhaps the new store will be similar to this in terms of decor, which means sadly no more Japanese themes, but at the same time it'll probably have a lot more room. I mean, hey, you can hula hoop in the aisles if you so chose to do so. Honestly, even though the store has 16 aisles, it really feels a lot bigger than that. And you'll feel it too if you happen to shop here. Or just take a visit here. It's worth it. Very, very nice store. Now by this time, I know I'm going to need to ring my purchases up and leave the store. I had a few more places to visit on this particular day. But first, let me check out the Hot Wheels cars. Even though I'm more inclined to find Hot Wheels at Acme, it seems a few of the ShopRites like to sell them as well. I've noticed I find a bunch at my local ShopRite in West Berlin. And I like looking through them just to see what kind of cars they have. Always been a car freak, and you know, I'll never be able to afford a Skyline GTR or a Corvette 01, but for a couple of bucks I can get them right there. Well, this time I'm looking for something to wash down my donut. Starbucks Frappuccino does not disappoint. And now it's time for me to make my way up the self-checkout, because the self-checkout does not notice I have a handy cam duct taped to my head. So I'm going to use the self-checkout and then make my way out the door, and we'll be trying where I'll be trying the peanut butter and jelly donut. And now with my purchases rung up, it's time for me to leave the Sunrise Kitchen's ShopRite at Parsippany and get out to my car, and let's see what my take was on the PB&J donut. But before we leave the Sunrise Kitchens, the Sunrise ShopRite of Parsippany, New Jersey, I'm going to do what I neglected to do at the West Caldwell store, and I'm going to try donuts. And this particular donut spoke out to me. If you remember Stompers at Kissel Hill, when I tried that peanut butter frosted donut, I said that if it had maybe jelly filling, it probably would be just right. Well, peanut butter frosted, a little bit of chocolate on there, and jelly filling. It is a PB&J donut. I am not a big peanut butter guy, but honestly, when done right, I'm sure it can work. Well, let's try. Well, I'll try. The peanut butter morsels are a nice touch. The slight, chocolate there, also a nice touch. But with the jelly and the peanut butter, and of course the donut acting as the bread, it's kind of like you're eating a PB&J sandwich. Kind of like what Mother used to make. Seriously, this is a pretty good donut. I'm not saying it's on Azalea's level yet. Perhaps I should go back to the West Caldwell store. I did hear from a good friend of mine who shops there that it ain't long for this earth. And, well, they are working on building a replacement store. We've known that for years. And some buildings have already been torn down to make way for this new store. So it would be a good idea in the near, not too distant future, to go to West Caldwell and try a Japanese donut. Maybe we'll be like, arigato gozaimasu. I don't even know what that means. Maybe domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. I don't know. But at any rate, folks, that'll do it for us here at Sunrise ShopRite of Parsippany, New Jersey. As always, folks, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend. Check out my merch. Try all the donuts. And have a great day out there, folks. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bartholomew! Great prices, incredible coupons. ShopRite's Italian Food Festival is so fabulous, I bought a few things for lunch.
Celebrate ShopRite's Italian Food Festival with Dom DeLuise. With this coupon from our circular, 3 cans of Tuderosa tomatoes are $1. And with this coupon, 3 boxes of Ronzoni are $1.
We save you money. They sure do. ShopRite does right.